Are you still manually automating your effects bus for your vocals? You don't need to do that anymore, and I'm going to teach you how you can automate this process and make it so much better. If this is your first time here, I am Andrew Barr with Producing in the Box, where I teach you how to make incredible sounding music using nothing else but just your laptop. But before we get into the video, I have a gift for you because I'm thankful you clicked on this video. It is called The Ultimate Guide to Recording Vocals at Home. If you are struggling to get great sounding vocals at home, this guide is for you. It is completely free. Just click the link in the description and I will have it off to your email in no time. I know it's helped lots of people I've worked with, and it's something I wish I had when I started. So thank you. Now let's get into the video. So as you can see, there are a lot of vocal tracks that I have going on in here, and they all go to essentially one bus. Some of them are split up and added onto other ones, but for the most part, most of my vocals go through here. And I have reverbs and delays, and I also have a tuner on this as well. And then I have a delay here. That's 100% wet. And then I have a reverb, and I blend that in with my mix knob. And then that goes to my bus. Now here, this plugin right here, this is what you clicked on the video for. This is a compressor. And it's just the compressor that comes with Studio One. Every DAW has a compressor with this specific feature that I'm going to teach you about. And what I'm doing is I am sidechaining my reverbs and delays to my vocal bus. So anytime the vocal bus, or anytime somebody's singing on the vocal bus, it's sending a signal to the compressor to turn down the track that it is on, which is my reverbs and delays. So you'd usually have to automate this. You have to right click and then edit automation, and then you'd have to draw in automation for different parts. And you can still do that after you automatically do it through here if you want to, and even have more control. But this is just a really fast way to automate the process and not have to worry about it. So let's take a look and see what this sounds like. So here's my vocal bus here. And then let's add the effects in. If the rocks cry out in silence, so will I. If the sun... So notice how as he quits singing, the effects, the reverbs, delays, they come back up. That's because of this compressor. So you can do this in just about any DAW. Just select sidechain mode and select where you want to get your signal from. Studio One makes this really, really easy because you can just select it, and then there's a drop-down tab here, and you could choose buses or tracks. It makes it really easy, but every single DAW has an option for this. And so then what you want to do is you want to send the sidechain signal to your vocal bus, and then you can start playing around with these knobs. And if you want to, you can copy these settings, and they'll work for most applications. But the threshold here and the release are the two biggest ones. We want to make sure that we're hitting the compressor pretty hard, but the attack, you could pretty much leave it about 1 millisecond. But the threshold and the release are the two most important parts of this trick here. So if we turn the threshold all the way down, you're not going to hear any reverbs and delays on the vocal effect at all until he quits singing. It's not even going to be in there a little bit. It's going to be gone completely. Take a listen. Knows where you're sending, so alive. And then it comes back up quickly when he's done. And that's not really what we're looking for in this specific song, because it's just a little bit too aggressive, and then all of a sudden the reverbs and delays coming out of nowhere, and that's just a little bit too much. But if I have it all the way up here, it's not going to affect the signal at all. Knows where you're sending, so alive. And notice how the delays and reverbs are just starting to get all jumbled up with the main vocal, and that's not what we're looking for either. So what I like to do is once I get my settings here, my ratios up and my attacks there, and my release is somewhere in the middle, I'll start playing with my threshold until I feel like it's at a pretty decent dB rating here. So knows where you're sending, so alive. If the rocks cry out in silence, so will I. If the summer... So that's pretty good. I'm hitting about -12, -13 there, maybe even about -14 of gain reduction there. And then it's popping back up as soon as he's done singing. And I still have a little bit of delays and reverbs when he's singing, and then it comes up even more during the quieter parts and really adds some more sound during that space. Now, the other knob that's important is the release knob. This all depends on how fast the song is and how fast the syllables are or the spaces are between the words that the singer is singing. And if it's really, really quick, you might be able to get away with a quicker release. But if there's a lot of breaths and gaps and stuff like that, and you don't want the delay to kind of go into those spots, you might want to slow it down just a little bit. So for this song, I found about 100 milliseconds. It's pretty close. But let me show you what happens, because if you go too much, you get this pumping effect. And then anytime there's like a 1 millisecond gap, things start to pop in and out, and it creates an effect, like a pumping effect on the reverbs and delays, and that's not what we're looking for. Knows where you're sending, so alive. See how quick that is? If the rats cry out in silence, so will I. And that's not what we're looking for. But if it's too slow too, like 2 seconds, it's going to take forever for that to come back up. And that's just too long. It's not all the way back up before he starts singing again. So you really want to play with this and find what feels musical to you for your specific song. Knows where you're sending, so alive. If the rats cry out in silence, so will I. If the summer Yep, about 80 to 100 works really, really well for this song. So that is pretty much it. And let's take a listen to what it sounds like in the track itself. Knows where you're sending, so alive. If the rats cry out in silence, so will I. If the summer fall praises still fall shine, then we'll sing again. It just cleans everything up and just adds that extra little bit of polish. So that is how you automatically automate your vocal bus inside of your DAW of choice. So that's about it. Thank you for watching. If you want to know how to thicken up your vocals a little bit, watch this video that I'll have linked somewhere up in here. Thank you for watching, and go create.